Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome back everybody to the hopefully final part of the Dancer single character solo class challenge. Or the other way around. Either way, today I think we're going to beat this game. Also, while I was taking a break because I needed at least a few hours of sleep overnight, I was thinking, I forgot the magic lamp. The magic lamp is used in order to make the final boss fight a lot more reasonable, because you just eliminate one part entirely from the Neo XDev battle, which is not something I'm gonna be able to do now. Unless I go back and grab the lamp. Which I kind of plan on trying to defeat Neo XDev without the lamp for a few attempts. If it doesn't work out, I'll just go and grab the lamp. You wanted at least 50 hours of Yagamoth dancing. Well, that could be difficult to acquire. Welcome to you as well, Atheist. I hope you're doing well. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, guys. So, having a ribbon absorbs so many status effects, I feel like Grand Cross might be slightly less of a problem, although each one of the Grand Crosses has at least, I think, a 3 in like 21 chance to instantly kill us, with the zombie petrification or instant death, actually also even the doom clock, so 4 status effects that can potentially just straight up kill us that way. Also, if we don't get a few more sword dances here, Halikarnasa is going to kill us. Is that a he or she? I'm not sure. This one? The current character we are using is Butts, which is the main character. And it's a he in this case. Alrighty, so I've also been thinking I could just equip a wall ring instead, in order to reflect the thing. What is it called? In order to reflect the thing, I could just use a wall ring here instead, which more or less guarantees that I should be able to defeat this guy. Snowstorm is still going to hit me and deal a ton of damage, and also the tidal wave counter is still going to deal a ton of damage to me. But at the same time, I feel like we have enough. He just countered with Mega Flare, but he countered his own attack with Mega Flare. Either way, we should have enough overall HP and also just time and elixirs to beat this guy with a wall ring. I'm significantly slower, but this way I don't have to worry about the luck factor of getting enough sword dances in with few enough tidal waves so I can actually defeat this guy. I think that was the third sword dance. We need like 4 sword dances and a little bit of damage, which he may have already done to himself by virtue of, well, getting his own spell spawns back. But I'm still gonna heal up before I do anything else. Alternatively, I could just... Actually, no, I can attack right now, because he's not going to counter-attack during the Giga Flare. Oh. That was less damage. Also, I just learned you cannot reflect Giga Flare. Well, +1 for Trintania. I guess we stick to the haste boots then. I really thought you could reflect Giga Flare, but I guess you can reflect Mega Flare instead, which is a bit different. Oh, Halikarnassus? I think Halikarnassus is generally considered to be male, but cross-dressing as a female character in this case. Oh hey, the encounter that killed me last time after defeating Twintania. When is the solo dancer no dancing challenge? Well, as soon as you start it, stack tag. As soon as you get to start it. I mean, those kinds of characters that just kind of look very feminine and female but are actually male are somewhat common-ish, I dare to say, in Japanese media? I'm not sure whether that's accurate to say, but there is quite a few examples of this. Hey, you actually attacked physically, that's unusual. So that was 3 sword dances and the regular attack in order to defeat you. Hey Falkith, welcome, how are you doing? I mean, you can still do that tag. Worst case scenario, you just end up grinding for a long time and then eventually you'll manage to finish this. So, I'm just gonna go for sword dances and use elixirs to heal up quickly. That's the idea anyways. So here we go. Please no counter with tidal wave. And please sword dance my friend Moth here. Those are not sword dances. Comic Ray unfortunately also deals a good chunk of damage. That's 1 sword dance. 2 sword dance. Ah, ah, ah. Comic Ray, 3 sword dance. Ah, ah, ah. 4. Oh, that's not a sword dance. Okay, we're gonna heal now. Let's use an elixir. 5 sword dance. Wait, wasn't it 4? I need 4 first before I get to 5. There's 1 and just 1 more and we win basically. You're great! Hey, that sounds nice, glad to hear that. I'm doing quite fine, thank you. And there we go, that should be it. Honk. So, before we go on, we just go straight back to save. Kinda, somewhat, somehow necessary, I would say, in order to survive this reasonably well. Because the upcoming other boss, also let me update the death numbers real quick here. The upcoming next boss has actually a decently high chance of killing us. So I would like to at least save after Twintania, because that thing just killed us more than I would like to admit. Speaking of which, this is the encounter that killed me last time on my way back as well. I ended up going all the way to Gilgamesh in order to just kind of have him out of the way too, and I also kind of wanted to just have a little bit more Gilgamesh music last stream too. Greetings to you, Trans Queena. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. Alrighty. So you might think that we can just go straight back where I came from just now, but you actually have to go back all the way outside around. You may have misunderstood Newster. We got really far and we essentially won the Dancer run last night. We got past the gigantic wall that is X-Death in World 2, but there's still Neo X-Death left at the end here. Also, I forgot to get the lamp, so if I can't defeat X-Death within a reasonable few attempts, I will probably just walk all the way back to grab the lamp real quick. Because without having the lamp, I cannot eliminate the magic part instantly, which would be kind of a big deal, let's put it that way. So, On the Gilgamesh encounter, you often just want to steal from him, and thanks to the Thief Knife, you don't need to worry about not being able to steal too much, because you don't necessarily need a thief. What I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead, dance, and then be done with this, because you only need to deal about 7,000 damage in order for him to start his AI script and recognize you. Thank you, Newster, I appreciate that. Alrighty, let's continue. Was this one the elixir? No, that's always a pinwheel. The elixir's up there. For some reason I always seem to just forget. This one is the elixir. I'm attacking the Gore Chimera here, because if you attack the Necromancer, he can counterattack with not so pleasant things. So just avoiding that. Oh. Why am I walking down there? I don't want to even try Shinryu, honestly. Shinryu has a very, very tiny chance of actually working out for me. So those things, they have 4 HP. They're actually interesting when you're in Beastmaster, because you can just catch and release them for Mighty Guard, which gives you armor, protect, and shell, and float. So pretty solid to be able to do that in combat, especially if your class is not normally able to. But good luck on dealing exactly 2 damage to those guys, or 3 for that matter, in order to be able to capture them. Alrighty, and here we have Necrophobia. I need luck for this battle here. There is not really any way around that, honestly. I need luck. That is just kind of how that goes. Alright, let's see how this is going to work out, or not work out for that matter. So, we need to kill at least 2 of the barriers right away. They only have 8,000 HP, so a single sword dance should take out 1 out of them. The ones on the back, however, they are in the back row, so I would need 2 sword dances for 1 of them. So I'm going to survive 1 spell from those things. I don't think I'm surviving 2. Oh god. I needed 2 sword dances right away, didn't I? Okay, I do survive 2. The problem is, I'm going to take 3 spells here. Unless this guy here has a super low ATB and I can just heal before that happens. Nope. Alright, we're dead. And that's kind of the problem about this place here. But at least I do survive 2 of those thingies. So that's nice. But there is no way for me to block the spells coming in. even if I equip a wall ring, because they already use the wall in order to bounce it off of themselves, in order to bounce it back to me. That means even my wall ring would not block it. It would just do nothing. So I have to kill 2 of those guys in a single swing. So this means I have to get 2 sword dances in a row, which currently with the equipment we have is a 1 in 4 chance of that appearing. So not too bad. Might just take a few attempts here. Fifty is 4, wait, 3 barriers. Yep. The good news, all of Shinryu's AoE attacks are basically single target. The bad news, they still kill you. Yeah, that sounds about right. The nice thing is, I kill those guys rather quickly. I would prefer running away, but worst case scenario, I kill those guys before they hurt me. In here, you actually do not gain any more experience from enemies. The only thing you get is a ton of money and a ton of ability points. Ability points you need in order to master your classes and jobs, but well, we don't have any interesting things on that end left, really. This guy unfortunately counterattacks with physical, so I would like to run away, please. Can I flirt with you? I'm pretty sure they are not considered heavy, so flirting should, in theory, work 50% of the time. Maybe they are heavy. Alright, I think they are heavy, actually. Or maybe you just cannot flirt with behemoths, or king behemoths, I guess. Alright, let me correct that. Kevin behemoths don't like to flirt at all. That's a lot of damage. There we go. The thing is, even if we manage to defeat the 4 barriers around this clown coming up, it's still not really guaranteed that I'm gonna be able to win this. Because what he can do is, he can move twice in certain turns. And he can use Maelstrom, which puts me into critical HP, and then just attack me. Which means I'm dead. So that's gonna be quite unfortunate if that happens, let's put it that way. Also, I forgot to heal up, let's do that real quick. I will be also moving into the back row before I kill the last crystal, just so or the last barrier, so I take less physical damage from him, since I'm gonna still do good physical damage from the back. He has a ton of physical defense, so it's going to be significantly reduced, but still better than us taking the full physical damage, I think. Probably. how much HP does he have? Let me check that real quick. And we already lose here. Okay, what I can do... No, I can't do that. No, what I can do... I have a tiny backup plan right now. The plan is, I need to get an elixir in after the first 2 spells hit me. While I'm in the menu, my time does not advance, so... Here's 1 spell. I survive 1 spell. And I survive a 2nd spell. And I hope that the elixir goes off before the next enemy goes. Nope, alright. It was a shot at getting lucky, but unfortunately not the case. 2 deaths to necrophobia. Ah. Good morning to you, couple of crepes. Welcome. How are you doing? Yeah, the actions might queue. Which is why I tried to... I was wondering whether I should try to use the elixir after the first spell, and then hope that my elixir queues in between them, or whether I should use the elixir after the first spell. Sai, thank you for the host, I appreciate that. And greetings to you as well. And welcome to you, Stash. Yes, we did actually... Oh, you didn't even see that? After you said the... Hey, you should probably use the Guardian Dagger, it all went a lot smoother, and we killed him just after a few more attempts. It took a total of 49 deaths to X deaths, meaning the 50th attempt was successful in order to defeat him. And good evening to you, Lammergeier. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. I see. Yeah, that's interesting. Well then, I hope you still got some good sleep there. Interesting. 4 to 5 hours is not usually enough. For most people anyways, but maybe it will work out for you. I hope it does. Good luck. How close to the end game is this? This is... we're literally walking up to the second to last boss. Kind of as a heads up to anybody who knows the game a bit better, I forgot the magic lamp. So I will attempt a few times to defeat X-Death without the magic lamp, but if it doesn't work out, I'm just gonna walk back outside. But before that, we have to defeat the guy called... Let me run, please. Thank you. We have to defeat the guy that is Necrophobia. I should probably go into the back row. For now. What's the magic lamp for? Magic lamp eliminates one of the 4 portions in the final battle instantly. That's what it is for. Also, it would allow me to actually get a clean kill on the boss by using the magic lamp as the last hit, since you don't want to leave one portion alive. Usually. So by the way, what I can do is I can try to steal from this guy, because he does give me elixirs if I can steal. Which is a 50-50 chance to try and steal, and then a 40% chance to actually steal. Successfully. But right now this is more of a problem, I guess. Could you let me run or actually give me a thing? Thank you. I was closer than I would like to admit, but we are still alive. We still have enough high potions to not worry. Good thing I went into the back row. Aha, you just hit me back to full. And that guy hit me again. Mind Blast can paralyze, by the way, but because I have the running shoes on, it doesn't. You guys should just let me run, because otherwise I'm gonna kill you all. He's not even supposed to be a threat, but I don't really have much of a choice in the matter. Well, too bad for you guys. And all we get is 5,700 and something gil and 28 ability points, neither of which we need anymore. Alright, back into the front row, we have a 1 in 4 chance to survive because we need 2 sword dances in a row immediately. One. No! Rude. Because those things are just a little bit too fast for me to use an elixir before I get hit by the 3rd spell. Probably. I could in theory get lucky, but nope. Yeah, no. That's unfortunate, and we have to walk again. Walk, walk, walk. Good thing we went back to save after Twintania. Too bad we didn't get to save after defeating Twintania, after defeating Gilgamesh, and then trying to walk back because we got instantly killed. Drunkophobia can't count. Nah, he's just slow, that's all there is. Do you have any equipment that would reduce the damage you take from the spells? Not really anything significant. There is probably some equipment that would give me a slightly more magic resistance, but it's still going to kill me in 3 hits, almost no matter what. Let me run, please. Let me run, please. Also, I'm gonna sword dance you to death. You have like 20,000 HP, so in theory with 3 sword dances I'm gonna kill you before you kill me. Oh, they have less than that actually. Attacked from behind? Really? Are you sure about that? Looks like I actually can deal enough damage just from the back row too, so I don't even need to worry about things. The only characters who can reasonably survive the barriers without killing any of them are stuff like the monk, who has just an insane amount of HP, and a mage class who can use the Wonder Rod to cast Shell, or just cast Shell themselves, like the blue mage, because that reduces the damage by half of what they take. Alternatively, I could have used the magic lamp in order to kill the 4 barriers instantly as well, but then I would have to walk outside in order to recharge the magic lamp, which doesn't exactly seem like the smartest thing to do. Speaking of smart, I should be in the back row. One in 4 chance whenever I select the attack command to automatically run away thanks to the chicken knife. Wouldn't it be better to use the sure way over RNG? Maybe. But it would be a long trip back outside and then going back inside. And I don't have the magic lamp right now anyways. In theory, we could right away go straight for the boss. We don't actually have to fight Necrophobia, he is optional. Just as a little fun fact. Alrighty, wish me luck. I forgot to move into the front row. And this guy is not going to die in one hit. I can kill one of them right now, but I'm not gonna survive this. I'm a dummy. Oh well. Still have a minuscule chance to survive. I'm just going to queue the elixir after the first guy moves. Because in a sense, the elixir takes a short while to cast. Quote unquote cast. And greetings to you, Wicked Gamer Dude. Welcome. How are you doing? They will always open either with Flare or Holy. There is nothing else they do. Oh, the elixir actually went through. That's surprising. Next thing they are going to do is use 3rd level spells. And if I leave all the barriers up, I'm not going to survive those. So I have to kill one barrier and also heal up simultaneously. So I have 2 turns, I think, before I'm gonna die. Thank you for not proccing the chicken knife. And then I have to heal up now. Bolt 3 is going to do 150 damage. Oh. Because there's 3 barriers. 150% damage, I would just say. But yeah, that was kind of silly. If I wasn't in the back row, I wouldn't have figured out that I can, as a matter of fact, sneak in an elixir between the 2nd and 3rd attack. But if I was in the front row, I could have actually one-shot one of the barriers. These graphics look 3D. I think they are made to look 3D. Probably shouldn't sword dance because I could pretend. Oh. I could potentially get Chitterbug to it, and he is going to still give me quite a beating with physicals. Interesting. I have no idea about Final Fantasy VII, but that's nice. When you take off in the rocket ship, I see. I don't even know there was a rocket ship, to be honest. Wow, I move into the back row, only for this guy to move me into the front row. I'm gonna use a high potion here. That's just rude. Let me run. How much damage is that? High potion damage. Let me run. Thank you. Yes, this is the final area. Don't forget to move into the front row and wish me good luck. So we need 2 sword dances to have a reasonable chance of surviving. There's one. And there's 2. Nice. Alrighty. We're in business. That took a while, but... oh well. Maybe I should have immediately healed, but I get 2 turns before the barriers go anyways. And actually they will deal the exact same damage, regardless of whether I kill one more barrier or not. They actually dealt more damage with 3 or 4 barriers active in the turn afterwards. Just by virtue of how multi-targeting works. So I can kill this thing. Maybe. But the ice 3 or fire 3 damage is going to be the exact same. However, what is going to be significantly lower once I kill one is that they can only cast 1 flare or holy. So I'm gonna survive the next flare or holy. And at this point, curiously enough, I'm actually hoping for... how do I do this? I'll wait until he goes, I guess. I think 1 sword dance will kill him. Because Jitterbug did just enough damage. Probably. No, it's guaranteed going to kill him if I... sword dance. I'm not gonna get the sword dance, so I need to be at pretty much full HP in order to have a shot to survive Necrophobia's onslaught of attacks. Because Necrophobia is a monster. The barriers actually run out of magic rather quickly, so even if I were to just have to heal again and again, I would eventually be able to defeat this. What? Oh, I forgot about this. The barriers are actually undead, so Jitterbug actually gets reversed. Right. So either way, Necrophobia is going to be really tough because he can move twice. Each turn. I think each turn? Let me actually look that up real quick, just so I'm prepared. Necrophobia. Necrophobia. He will attack with... yeah, he always gets to attack. He can use Hurricane in the first turn and then just straight up kill me in the second turn. In the first turn here. So I just hope he doesn't do that. Flash would just blind me. He has a lot of physical resistance, but thankfully Sword Dance will still do a ton of damage there. But he also... If he uses just a vacuum wave, I'm also dead. Unless I go into the back row. I needed to go into the back row. He's way fast. This guy is no fun to deal with. Alright, change our plans. I'm gonna get the magic lamp, but I'm not gonna get it for the reason I thought I would get it. That's kind of silly. I will still have to go for the 1 in 4 chance to actually get there, but I'm gonna get the magic lamp. Because the magic lamp also allows me to use Golem. And Golem absorbs a lot of physical damage, and I feel like I kinda need that. And I'm just going to kill stuff along the way, like these guys, because they give me experience. Hope to get another level. Mirage Vest could also potentially work, but then I would need to use a Lamia's Tiara. Plus, I don't have an easy access to get a Mirage Vest anymore since I've already gone to the Void. Greeks to you, got the nerd. Welcome. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm just going to kill stuff along the way, so I hopefully gain a level. If I don't land the sword dance in the first turn, I'm starting to try and run away, but sword dance first turn means they probably die. No, I can't do the Chocobo run actually, because I've been to the Void now, Dryzalizer. Once you go out in the Void once, the dude for the Mirage Vest is no longer there. I have no idea either, Dryzalizer. I have no idea either. But it's just kind of something I learned the hard way, so to speak. Flame? That's not nice. Ouch, that's also a lot of damage. Stop that. Okay, just walk past, oh my god, no problem. Save here real quick. The thing is, if I want to use the magic lamp, I will still have to go back outside, and honestly, I feel like that's exactly what I'm gonna do too, because Necrophobia essentially just one-cycling me, like that, kind of made me realize I probably don't survive much of the magical damage from X-Death part in the backside. That thing is just... it does a truckload of damage with his magic. I might be able to pull it off, but it's probably just faster in the long run to go and grab the magic lamp. Or more specifically in this case, reload the magic lamp. Those Great Dragons, I think when you kill them, they counter with Earthquake, which I would probably survive. Here's another ribbon if you need one. There's a total of 4 ribbons in the entire game. One is in Karna Castle, this is the one I got. One is right here. One is when you get from the little girl in Rugar? The village you first get to once you enter Worlds 2 after defeating Gilgamesh on the bridge. I have to be completely honest, I don't even really know what part number 4 does, or, well, the left side of him. I just know it casts level 3 spells. That's it. That's the extent of my knowledge for that guy. So this guy here is no longer there in Mirage Village. I think it's that guy anyways. So, let me check the magic lamp real quick. In the magic lamp, we have a few charges. So, for anybody who is not familiar with the magic lamp is an item that you can use in combat, and it unleashes summons. Any character can use them. They still scale off of your magic strength stats, so even though I'm going to be able to summon Bahamut as the dancer, it's not gonna deal that much damage overall. Please let me run, thank you very much. Not gonna deal that much damage, but the useful summons are the ones that have rather special effects rather than straight up damage. And among those are Odin, which uses an instant death attack against all enemies, regardless of whether they are immune or not. So if they are immune, it just doesn't do anything. But the regular Odin summon, when you summon it via a summoner, actually checks for whether the enemies are immune to death, instant death or not, and if there's just one enemy that is immune against instant death, it will always only cast his physical damage ability, which deals okay damage, but that's not what you usually want when you summon Odin. Where is the list of magic lamps? Dun, 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 dun. Is it not possible to kill the super bosses in solo character, is it? For some solo characters, some super bosses are soloable. In this case, for the dancer, I dare to say probably not. You might technically be able to defeat Omega with a lot of luck and retries. And you might also technically be able to defeat Shinryo with a lot of luck and retries, but you also would need to level up to probably the max level on top of that. And that's a bit more grinding than I would like to do. I always got the wrong place first. There we go. Alrighty. Here we have our friend, the Chocobo. We actually need the yellow Chocobo in order to get the magic lamp, because there's one specific place only he can go. And here's the magic lamp. When you use the magic lamp, it will first summon Bahamut, and I actually don't know the entire list. Magic lamp, Final Fantasy 5. It will first summon Bahamut. Then it summons... Come on, could you please give me a list? Just a list. Oh my goodness. There's no lists here. Give me a list of what it summons, please. Wow. There's just no summon list. Here we go. On the 7th link I clicked. Alrighty. First it will summon Bahamut for a ton of damage. Then it will summon Leviathan for a good chunk of damage too. Then it will summon Odin for a Zantetsuken, which is an instant kill. And that's kind of what we want against Neo X Death. And then afterwards it will summon Sildra for air elemental damage. It's decent amount of air effect damage. Then it will summon Carbuncle for Ruby Light, which is a reflect spell on your entire party. Or wall spell, I guess. Then afterwards it's gonna summon Katoblepapas, whatever it's called. That thing will cast Petrification on one enemy. Since you use the magic lamp, you don't get to target the enemy, it's going to be a random targeting. There's the entrance. I keep missing this one. Next one is finally the one we need, and that is Golem. So, along the way here, I'm just gonna start using the magic lamp a bunch of times, because this will allow me to churn or go through the summons that I don't really care about. I might actually use it in the forest portion, because there I had at least have a decent shot at actually killing some enemies along the way, which might be useful. So I like to not defeat this land crawl, or not deal with you. That's just rude, buddy. That's just really not nice. They are really difficult to run away from. So I just used the chicken knives, 1 in 4 chance to automatically run away instead. So after we summon the Katoblepas, we want to stop using the magic lamp. Those are just mean. And Chemist can also solo Shinryu. Dragoon can solo Shinryu. Chemist can also solo Omega, which actually might be the only class that can solo Omega, aside from a cheesy way to do it via the use of... Could you please run already? Aside from a cheesy way to do it via Time Mage, who can use the quick spell and use something that inflicts the HP slip status on an enemy. And then just wait until they run out of HP, because the slip spell will never stop when you are in the quick mode. And this is why it's nice to have a thief. I really don't want to use more potions. Stop! Seriously? Go away! Let me go! I used an elixir in this encounter. But at the same time, there's a few elixirs I didn't pick up along the way, so we're fine on that end. Oh no, another back attack. Stop. I'm gonna die here. Actually, I'm immune against instant death, never mind. At least I think I am. So sword dance would be desirable here, in order to just kill them instead. He's targeting me. That's not nice. Targeting from enemies actually has kind of a weird effect where when you normally have attacks that are almost exclusively multi-target, enemies suddenly can use a single target. It's kind of strange. But you always know who they are targeting, so usually you can use that to your advantage. So here's where I intend to use the magic lamp a few times. That way I will maybe even get to kill some enemies along the way, although I kind of doubt it. We'll see. This seems like a good encounter to use it on. Gonna also equip the guardian dagger so I have better physical defense. Or any real physical defense in the first place. Alrighty, Bahamut first. Then we get Leviathan. And I kind of hope they are dead already. Nice, okay. I don't know why Leviathan does more damage than Bahamut, by the way. They might be weak against water. Either way, Leviathan's tidal wave is actually water element. So this is going to be True Edge. This is the instant kill, which I would love to use against the barriers coming up. Because you can instantly kill them. But, well, that's not going to happen here. Next up is going to be Sildra, which is wind element, which I believe is going to heal the white flames, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it didn't. And then we have Carbuncle, which casts Reflect on us. Is there any useful use for Reflect anywhere in here? I don't think there is. Well, next is Carbuncle. After Carbuncle we will have Katopapapas, which I'm actually going to use against one of the dragons in the upcoming area, so at least I kill them too. You need to wait just a little bit before you get to run through this thing there. Or past, oh my god, anyways. Otherwise, when he goes up and down just like this, he is likely just going to straight up kill you. Because you don't want to engage in combat with him. Nice, that actually worked. And hey Chaos Kitty, welcome home. The tutorial of Driver for the PS1 was nothing what you just witnessed tonight. I'm not entirely sure what you mean, but welcome home Chaos Kitty. And thank you for the good luck. Hope it is not going to... Actually, let's just hope that you can relax for now. Welcome back. Good morning, good evening, actually good early morning I guess to you. Welcome. And I hope you are doing well. And hey Recodactylus, welcome to you as well. I hope you're having a nice day so far. Greetings. Actually like those encounters here, they are pretty decent to grind. I might just go ahead and grind one level here just to have slightly more maximum HP. Because that might make a difference since I already started killing stuff anyways. Why not? How much more do we need to level up? Actually really close, like that's 3 encounters. Greetings to you Brimas, welcome, thank you for the good luck, I can definitely eat that. Because I will need to have luck enough to have a 1 in 4 chance to actually get past the first phase. And then I can finally set up for the second phase, which I now I'm set up to complete and win. You are, that sounds nice. My die is going quite fine, thank you. And yes, Primas, the plan is to actually finish the Dancer solo challenge tonight, because Dancer is one of the oddball shot classes. Like, you have so much power here in the endgame. Wild Bull, I can't say I knew they had that. Interesting. You have so much power in the endgame, with the sword dances being actually reasonably consistent, but you still have so little maximum HP, despite me being almost level 57 now. It's such a crazy difference. Would you actually use a sword dance, please? I say reasonably consistent, still not consistent. There we go. Level 57. Now we have a little bit more maximum HP. That's actually the only thing we gain from leveling right now. I need like level 60 in order to gain any more damage. Preemptive attack, I would like to get out of here. Thank you very much. This is a scary encounter. Alrighty, let me save real quick and then I need to send a short message to somebody and then we continue. Sorry about that. Alright, let's continue. Hope this works out. Maybe, I mean, considering just getting Gilgamesh out of the way and then walking back. It's still RNG, Chaos Kitty. But it's a lot nicer than having to rely on for 1 in 4 chance, because that's kind of what you have to do. Oh well. A sword lens and this guy's out of the way. Once again, we will still need to get lucky in order to get past the initial barriers. Plus 10 to victory. That's the plan. Yeah, by the way, random dances were significantly worse before we got the rainbow suit, because then it was a 1 in 4 chance, but right now, it's not the greatest, but it works. We can work with it, let's put it that way. And greetings to you, person down under. I give it a good luck, I appreciate that. You say almost there, but I already went back outside in order to grab the magic lamp, so we have a reasonable shot at the second phase of defeating Necrophobia. I'm going to probably still give it like 1 or 2 tries in this for the second phase of Neo-X Death, just to see how much damage the magical portion is going to do if I can't use the lamp against him. Or whether it's just more reasonable for me to go back outside and recharge the lamp. Am I gonna save? I already did. Right? I went into the basement and saved, didn't I? After Gilgamesh? Oh, that way around. Yeah, I was contemplating doing that, but it's such a long trek back just to get that, like, minute out of the way. I guess it will probably end up saving us more time in the long run, though. It feels so awkward because it's not any danger. It's just one sword dance and then we wait for a while until he is done. But it will probably, as mentioned, be faster in the end. Also, if I go back outside the rift again, I'm gonna get rid of one of the guardian daggers, because having 2 is really awkward because you can't properly... Are you serious? That's not what I'm looking for. I want to steal from them in order to get elixir, which is the common steal. If I manage to successfully steal 246 times out of 256, it is going to be the common steal. So 10 out of 256 times I'm gonna get the Dragoon Spear, which is the rare steal. Which is really awesome for a Dragoon. And by the way, we stole the Dragoon Spear actually really quickly with Dragoon 2, got super lucky there. But right now, I don't want that. That's not the thing I'm looking for. Alright, let's try this again. I'm still in the back row, aren't I? I'm a dummy. I'm a big dummy. So, what I'm gonna do I'm just gonna queue an elixir after the first guy starts casting here, and hope that the second guy casts, and then I use the elixir, so I actually survive a little bit here. Alright, that actually worked. You can't just throw the Dragoon Spear at this boss. Well, I mean, if you were a ninja, you could. But no, not as a dancer. I need to heal here. And unfortunately they're going to kill me here, I think, anyways. Unless I get a lucky attack in before they finish. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna survive this. That was so... Oh. Ah, what? I could actually attack there? So I'm pretty sure queuing an item would have been too slow. The thing is, unless it was the front barrier there, I would have still died. As in, the front barrier wouldn't have gone yet. I would have still died to it, because the only way I would have survived is killing the last remaining guy that hadn't cast a spell yet. Alright, we're going to go to Gilgamesh and then just walk back. This might be more reasonable in the long run. And good morning to you, Dingsbums. I hope you're doing well. And enjoy your coffee. We're hoping to do a 4-job Fiesta run with the Game Boy Advance version. Game Boy Advance version is generally considered to be the best one. And yes, most of the stream strats are applicable for Game Boy Advance as it is for the Super Nintendo version. There is a few minor differences, but not usually noticeable enough to make any larger difference, really. Not going to do any glitches. Even without using glitches, it still has a few differences. The curious thing is, by the way, that you know how the bone mail sometimes allows me to just kind of keep the properties of the bone mail, despite actually using something else that is not the bone mail. You can still kinda do that, or actually you can still do that in the Game Boy Advance version. It's kind of weird that they somehow kept that in the game. Alright, I have to heal now, because breathing does 900... a lot of damage, actually. Could you let me run, please? I would appreciate that. And he doesn't even give me his elixir. That's so rude. Thank you for letting me run. That's just silly. So, just gonna sword dance here and then we walk back for now. And yes, essentially, the Beastmaster has an ability that is supposed to briefly stop enemies, like, or more specifically, stop beasts, which is essentially just having them pause for a relatively short time, but sometimes useful. Like, you just use that and they don't do anything for, or their ATB doesn't fill up for a few seconds, or a few frames even. The thing is, however, that in the Game Boy Advance version, for some reason, they made an error, and instead of it working against magical beasts, as it is advertised, it works against everything except magical beasts. So it's kind of weird. And yes, 50% is the sword dance, now that we have the rainbow suit equipped. Rainbow suit, Lamia's tiara, man-eater, or the red shoes allow you to use sword dance 50% of the time rather than 1 in 4. Almost like the magic defense in Final Fantasy 6. I have to admit, I was already thinking about other stuff and forget what that was about. That's an interesting encounter. Does that always appear on that tile? Either way, Gilgamesh is out of the way, so we are slightly faster back to Macrophobia whenever we die now. Not quite. Not quite the same, but it's a similarly silly little error. But yes, it's a really easy error to make logic-wise and kind of tricky to detect. Because who is going to use that tame ability anyways? Because really it's not useful compared to so many other things the Beastmaster or so many other classes or jobs can deliver. And yes, Beastmaster. If you have a Beastmaster in your Forge of Fiesta team, Omega is free for the Game Boy Advance version. You just use 2 Beastmasters and alternate them having them use Tame. Why did I use Dance? Alternate having them use Tame on the Omega and you basically win. What is the best and the worst class in this game in your opinion? There's not really a whole lot to say about that. Each of the classes has their own strengths and advantages and disadvantages. Unless you mean individually strongest one, then probably the strongest class is arguably the Chemist. And arguably, as a solo character, the weakest class is the Berserker. Just because you can't control it during battle, which is a larger detriment than not being able to deal any serious damage, like the White Mage or the Thief. Yes, Omega is so fast, however, that if you use Tame on him with the Beastmaster, you need to use it with 2 separate characters, just spaced apart evenly, so he never gets a turn at all. Red Mage is actually very versatile. He doesn't deal as much damage, but the versatility can make up for a lot of things. But the damage, unfortunately, is kinda lackluster. But you don't really use a Red Mage for damage. But let me tell you, it's definitely one of the better job classes for solo character challenge. I'm pretty sure about that. Solo Geomancer is going to be one of the more tough ones. Given up or cheated? I don't know about that. We'll see. I don't think he would cheat. But yeah, Geomancer is going to be one of those that is going to be really tough again. It's actually very similar to a Dancer in... You need to get lucky in certain instances, and it's just going to be rather tough overall. So, alrighty. 1 in 4 chance to win. Or actually, 1 in 4 chance to have a shot at the second phase, where we still need to get enough sword dances to win in the end. Sword dance, alrighty. Number 1, we need a second sword dance right here too. There a pink mage? There is not. Right, 2 sword dances. Now we survive the flare and holy spells. So this is the start we need essentially in order to have a shot at winning here. And I still need to take out the other barriers here. This thing has about 400 HP left, and unfortunately I can't run, means I'm not going to be able to defeat it before it attacks me here. But it's somewhat okay, because I know they are going to deal only about 700 damage. I need to calculate about 800 damage in, but I can take one more attack from this guy, and I'm just gonna do a sword dance here. Alright. Now, before we go, I need to use the magic lamp in order to use Earth Wall. So this is why I got the magic lamp. This is now a physical barrier that absorbs physical damage from enemies up until a certain limit. I don't know what the limit is, I could calculate it. It's like 50 times my level plus 500 or so. It's hopefully going to be enough for me to defeat this guy without too much trouble. So let's see. I need a few sword dances. As a matter of fact, I need 4 sword dances plus a little bit more damage to win. 1. That's not good. That's also not good. Oh my goodness, start. Really wrong. I think that might be the rest of my wooden golem barriers there. I'm gonna go in the back row. Yeah, that was my barriers. I needed to do that there. So he is too fast for me to not heal first. Block, please. I need a block here, at least one. I'm gonna wait real quick, hope for a block. I might be able to go before him again. Dance. Wrong dance. He could kill me with vacuum wave and an attack if I didn't heal there. This is why I keep healing right now. And I really hope that the 1 in 4 chance to block actually kicks in. I can attack him before he gets attacked twice though. Ah, come on! Please. I need some sword dances here. There, finally one block. Alright, chicken knife. Dance. So this is about 22,000 damage. I need 20,000 damage more. That is at least 4 sword dances from the back row. What I should do is I should switch to the guardian knife and heal real quick. What is the next thing in the line for the magic lamp? Whew, thank you for blocking the vacuum wave, I appreciate that. Titan guy is rough. This guy is floating, so Titan is not going to do anything for me. Alrighty, we got him. So, the thing is, I did not end up needing Golem in a sense, but what Necrophobia can do is he can use Hurricane, which puts me to 9 or less HP, and then he can just attack me, and there's nothing he can do about that because I have no physical evasion if I attack him. Thankfully, we actually got lucky despite the bad luck overall otherwise, so we got him. So we could also try to steal from Gilgamesh now if we want to. Yeah, we get the Genji armor, which I didn't get for the Dragoon, but that's okay. Our solo character runs in more modern Final Fantasy games not worth looking into. I have to admit I have not played anything past Final Fantasy X. But Final Fantasy X I have considered maybe doing a solo Kimari run, if that is even applicable. Because I think the only character you have permanently in your party is Tidus. But that's about it. So we have 12 elixirs left. I don't know whether 12 elixirs are actually going to be enough, considering how much I had to use them. So I'm actually going to go and hunt down some dragons, hoping to steal like 3 or 4 elixirs from them before we move on. I guess in the end I needed more anyways. I should have just picked up some. No, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and go for Neo XDeath first of all. And see whether... see whether it is even reasonable for me to assume I can beat him without the Odin charge of the magic lamp. Fun fact, by the way, Dancer is the only class who has any actual synergy with Dragoon. How many high potions? Oh well. Let's just see how this is going to go. Probably horribly, but we have to get past the first phase first. Alrighty, and we are coming up to XDeath. So XDeath has 2 main phases. The first one is just a 3 form, it's a single enemy. That single enemy has a variety of attacks and also changes phases twice. After he reaches a certain HP threshold, or falls below a certain HP threshold, he is going to no longer use his basic first pattern, which is mostly consisting of attacking, and starts using high level spells in order to deal a ton of damage rather quickly. So he is pretty dangerous in that sense. Then also, once he is below 10,000 HP, he will start using Meteor and similar attacks in order to just, well, have a rather high chance of straight up killing you. Because Medio does so much damage, the Dancer with his lousy amount of maximum HP is almost certainly not going to survive. Wow. Is this the final battle? Yes. As I said, I will likely have to go back outside in order to recharge the magic lamp so we can use Odin for the instant death again. I'm going to give it one try in the second phase just to see how it works out. If it works out at all. Because the second phase consists of 4 separate parts of Neo X Death, that each one of them has their own unique difficulties. The front one has 50,000 health and uses mainly physical attacks, a ton of physical damage. As a dancer, I will probably want to get rid of that one first. Then second is the bottom right portion, which uses Almagest. Almagest is a group-wide nuke, so to speak, on their entire party with holy damage, and also leaves you with the HP leak status, so you continuously lose more HP. So that does about 1,700-ish damage. If I get hit by that simultaneously as I get hit by a vacuum wave of the physical part, I'm just going to be straight up dead. Then also next up we have the Grand Cross potion in the top center piece that will cast Grand Cross. Grand Cross is a very unique ability that inflicts 1 out of 22 possible status ailments onto my character. If I'm immune against a status ailment, it doesn't do anything. It can have a wide variety of things that happen, but for the most part, it wouldn't do anything, or it would instantly kill me. Because it can petrify, it can zombie. I'm not immune against zombie, by the way. It can actually put a doom clock above my head, kind of like XF in the first phase, or it can also just put anything else really. It can insta-kill me too, like death is a status effect as well, in a sense. So Grand Cross is pretty brutal overall. I did not mean to use that thing. I wanted to use the chick knife so I can hopefully run away. Thank you very much. Also, I should go into the back row. Should I? Actually, I'm wondering whether I should go into the back row or not. As I said, I'm gonna give it one shot getting into the second phase. That's that. I don't know how much physical damage he's going to do in the first phase. It might just be a lot more pragmatic to just go into the back row and sword dance from there, because I still deal a ton of damage with it. Could you please just let me run? I would appreciate that. By the way, you have Kara's zombie now. Let me... This is the reason, the entire reason why I bought Revive FF5, because some characters or enemies can just revive allies as zombies. Oh, that's nice. I tried to attack Kara with the dagger, but she died before I could attack her, so he attacked himself. Rip. This adds +1 to the random death counter, is up to 10 now. Also, speaking of death counter, did I update the death counter properly for the other guy? I think I did. So we have 186 deaths total, plus 0 from Gilgamesh in the X zone, 0 from Shinryu. But Necrophobia cost us 7 deaths actually. Also, I just figured out why the death total was actually wrong on my spreadsheet, because it wasn't adding up the deaths for the latest bosses, since I didn't expand it properly. Alrighty. X-Death, attempt number 1. Let's go in and dance and hope for the best, pretty much. So let's see whether I find his AI script real quick. That's 1 sword dance. We need 6 sword dances to get into the second phase here. Yeah, that's a lot of physical damage. I probably want to be in the back row here. I'm just gonna keep going. I don't know whether I survived this. Nope. 2,500? I barely survived that at maximum HP. Okay. That's one. How many more of these challenges do I plan on doing? All of them, really, except for Berserker currently. Berserker I'll only do if I have a way of potentially manipulating the final boss, which is currently what we are also researching. Was there anywhere explained why XF is a 3? Yes, actually. 1 sword dance. 2 sword dance. So the main reason why I think X-Def is a 3... Alright, we want to just be in the back row here. The main reason why X-Def is a 3 is essentially... I think it's something along the lines of all the bad and evil and sins and stuff were being sealed and banished into a tree somewhere. And that amalgamation of evil eventually became sentient and turned into X-Def. Because all the evil just kind of can only be contained so much. So X-Def became sentient, and so essentially he has his roots as a tree. Also, welcome to you, Ghost Eye, and welcome to anybody. Thank you for the good luck transporter. I hope you guys are having a nice day. So he has 50,000 HP, 49,000 actually, in the first phase. So that means 7 sword dances from the back row will kill him. Oh, I'm not gonna survive a flare either, am I? Yeah, no. Flare actually straight up kills me, interestingly enough. Because Flare actually pierces magic defense by 3/4. So Holy we survive at full HP, but Flare we do not. So let's see. After how many sword dances? After 3 sword dances from the back row, that is, he will actually go into his second phase where he can use Flare and Holy on the first turn. Or attack instead. So, in a sense, we want to get out of phase 2 as quick as possible, but simultaneously, we don't survive a flare anyways. I did not move into the... I did move into the back row. Alright, that's 1 sword dance. So I want to be full health before I do the 3rd sword dance. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for right here. Just go and use an elixir already. Really? Rude. So, then we sword dance. Now he should be in the second phase. Sword dance number 3. Yeah, unfortunately I'm pretty sure we don't survive a flare. Just too much damage. Just a tiny little bit too much. If we actually had like 2 more levels, we would survive a flare. But we would need 2 more levels rather than just 1. Also, welcome to you, Silverfire. I hope you're doing well. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Berserker run would be interesting. Reading up on a Berserker run would probably be a lot more interesting than doing one, considering how long it will take to just run in circles. HP plus materia? Yeah, that would be handy. I hear my phone ringing somewhere, but I don't know where it is. Hang on guys, I need to shut off the alarm. Sorry about that, be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. So, sorry about that. How many sword dances was that so far? I think he just did nothing. And I'm gonna just keep attacking. Hoping that he doesn't use flare or holy. Whitehall, actually he skipped the first move? That's strange. We just keep sword dancing now. Ah, another flare. Whitehall, nothing. We may want to actually go and grab 1 or 2 more levels, just to survive the flare. So, kind of a good thing we ended up just trying this thing without. But yeah, the thing about the magic lamp is I would need to walk all the way back outside in order to recharge it. So I wanted to see how it would work if I just went for it anyways. Huh. This is mildly awkward. Dancer just has so little maximum HP. You're level 57, less than 3000. 1 sword dance. Oh, Whitehall was in the first phase. 2 sword dances. I forgot that he can use Whitehall in the first phase. Because he hasn't done that until now. Come on, attack please. Or Whitehall, that's okay too. So I'm gonna heal up. And now hope we get holy or a physical attack. Not a flare! Come on, buddy. That's mean. Okay, we're going outside. We're going outside. I'm gonna go up to 2900 HP. And then we try again. I did not necessarily think this would be that big of a deal, but it just turns out that this guy just doesn't like to play nice. Neither do those enemies, considering that they keep back attacking me. Meanies. I'm also going to grab all the elixirs along the way now too, because really there's not much of a reason not to. It was a bad idea to go to sleep. You're so tired right now. Hey Dekar. You might be tired or feeling tired, but your body got some rest, so that does usually count for something. And yes, the Man-Eater Knight does about, I think somebody mentioned yesterday, about 6000 per sword dance. So the chicken knife is still better. The only reason to use the Man-Eater knife is because it would allow me to attack from the back with a regular attack to deal still deal significant damage while not having to worry about the chicken knives chance to flee or miss for that matter. By the way, if you want to buy a Huma Shuriken, it costs you 25,000 gold. Unfortunately, selling them is 1 gold, so less than ideal. Let me run, please, guys. And this is kind of the main reason why I didn't want to go and run outside to recharge the magic lamp. It just takes so long because of these encounters. On the bright side, I get a bunch of money, which I can invest into buying more elixirs. Which is exactly what I'm gonna do once I'm outside too. And also restock on high potions for that matter. I don't think I will need that many high potions, but might as well. Actually, at this rate I might not be able to do this today, because I only have like 1 hour and 20 minutes left, I just realized. Billy Dancer and his low HP. By the way, in case you're wondering, where do you even get red shoes from? The accessory that increases sword dance chance. Well, the answer is the chest on the right here. That is where you get red shoes from. The chest on the left, by the way, is a man-eater, which is the dancer-only knife. Which, by the way, curiously enough, if you have equip ribbon from a dancer, you don't just equip ribbon, you actually can equip all the dancer-only equipment, which is a man-eater, rainbow suit, and a ribbon. And that's why I went back to save real quick. I don't know what it is about those guys with the dancer, but they just really don't seem to like the dancer. This is kind of something really rare, that they just do that kind of combo and kill you. Well, maybe I just don't have enough experience. That is entirely possible as well. That is not even that rare, I guess. Who knows? Either way, I'm gonna go and walk back through here. And this is going to be where I'm gonna grind. I can just sit in the back row here and wait for sword dances, since that will kill them straight up. And it's pretty good experience, since it's never more than 2 enemies at a time. And that is where we're going to get our experience here. Plus I get a bunch of sword dragon fangs along the way, which allows me to buy even more elixirs. 20 dragon fangs are 1 elixir essentially. Also, if I start grinding right now, I will also be able to restock on high potions. Well, I don't think that's really all that necessary. So I should just walk outside and then on the way back here, start grinding. I think that makes more sense in the long run. Once again, the main reason why we go back outside is to recharge the magic lamp. Because it turns out that the chance to defeat the first part of Neo X Death is kind of small already, so we don't need to further make it more difficult on ourselves by having the second portion have one more part than necessary. Micro death? Well then, good luck with that, Dekar. Which class are you most looking forward to in play this challenge? Honestly, if it works out that it's actually humanly possible, the Berserker is one of them. As silly as that might sound. And that's exactly why I decided to just kind of keep moving here. So, Omega, we have no chance of defeating him. Nope, 0. He's going to absolutely demolish me. He has so much defense that I don't deal max damage against him with a powered up chicken dance. Chicken dance, sure. Sneaking past Omega can be annoying, which is why I wanted to grind on the way back here rather than on the way to the back to the town. Mystic Knight is pretty awesome. The main downside of a Mystic Knight really is that they don't have any form of area of effect. But other than that, they are insanely powerful once you know what you're doing with it. Blue Mage should be a lot of fun overall. I'm actually kind of looking forward to Monk, just because Monk is one of those classes that I feel like, let's just see what happens if we overlevel a bunch. Because Monk can't use the chicken knife, the only class that does not benefit from the chicken knife at all. For Berserker, would it just be enter the battle and watch what happens? Exactly. Because we can't control Berserkers during battle, that's exactly how it is. And as a matter of fact, once you are in battle, there is absolutely no way for you to manipulate RNG in any shape, form or capacity. So, unless it is already predetermined that you're going to win, you're not going to win with a Berserker. Blue Mage is a boss destroyer, yes. Blue Mage is really powerful, so are Summoner, and also Ninja and Samurai. All of those are really crazy strong. I don't know why you can activate this thing so quickly again. Oh, what? I'm going the wrong way. I was updating the numbers in my document. And yes, for Quad Berserker, you need at least 2 Berserkers past 80, I would say, in order to have a reasonable shot at defeating Neo X Death. That is true. I'm just gonna wait until this guy decides to move another way, honestly. Because if I go up here, there's a pretty decent chance that he will engage me in combat. So yeah, also this is fine, because he will eventually just keep going back now. This is alright. There we go. What? Are you fighting Omega on a ship or something like that? Honestly, I have no idea which one is starboard and which one is port side, because you in German, they have their own terms for that too. I'm just picking this up because I can. I don't know whether it's worth any money, but it might be. So I might be able to sell it for a bunch of money for more elixirs. Also, that one elixir that I haven't picked up yet in the previous portion of this area here, I'm gonna just go ahead and pick that up too. Those moss fungus, by the way, if you're trying to grind berserkers actively, they are a pretty good experience. However, if you are just lazy and want to have the berserkers do their own thing, I recommend you go ahead and give the berserkers you want to level a protect ring and just have them run into the ramp in the pyramids with a Gaia hammer and a thornlet equipped each. Which getting in the second thornlet might actually be tricky. That's a drain sword. Might also be able to sell that for a bunch of money. Again, just stocking up elixirs while I have to go outside anyways. Architoads, those are rather weak enemies actually. Those are from the first world. And that's the elixir I was talking about. Hypnotoad? Not quite. I honestly forget what in those other chests is. At least one of them is a college, and I think another one is an ether, and I think another one is a high potion. Not sure. I don't feel like checking right now. This Pokemon Crystal? No. This is Final Fantasy V for the Super Famicom with a fan translation, so you can play it on a Super Nintendo instead as well. Actually, you can also play the original Super Famicom cart on a American Super Nintendo model, as long as you essentially remove the plastic nooks that prevent normally Japanese carts from fitting. Stop. Let me run. Thank you. You might think, I probably need to heal until I'm outside, but then again, I want to heal before I come back anyways. I might as well heal now. Alrighty, we are back outside. And then we refill the magic lamp, and then we have to walk all the way back inside, while simultaneously also grabbing a few levels. I think I need 2 levels. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and check whether I get another damage multiplier with a certain amount of levels. So first of all, we go and recharge the magic lamp. Afterwards, it will be back at Bahamut as soon as I use it once. And the second time it's going to be Leviathan. And the third one is what I need in order to defeat Neo-Exdeath, which is going to be Odin. Odin will instantly kill the left part, or leftmost part of Neo-Exdeath, which is the one that casts a lot of magics. And I don't really have any good defense against magics. So that's the easiest way to take care of that guy. There's two parts or places where we can reload the magic lamp. One is here, and the other one is actually in the undersea trench. Greetings to you, Key Paladin. Good day to you, sir. Welcome. How are you doing? Leave the frogs! Hooray! Frogs are friends, not food, guys. So first of all, I'm gonna restock on high potions, and then I'm just gonna buy as many elixirs as I can after selling random stuff I don't need anymore. Alrighty, so Willy throw 1500, not that great, but it's something. I don't have any use for softs anymore, might as well sell them. Mage Masher, no more use. Actually, weapons I might be able to have some semblance of use for them. So I will keep them. Coloring, no more use. Suit, no use. Stealth armors, no use. I want to sell one Guardian Dagger, because two are annoying since they are not going to fit in my inventory properly. And Revive FF5 we keep. We don't really need the Elf Capes anymore either. Sell the Dark Matters. Never needed the Gaia gear. Never needing the training suit, diamond pelt. Not going to use the bone mail anymore, but that's not worth much anyways. Genji armor actually worth quite a lot. You don't need the range sword, 8000 is pretty good. Dancing dagger, no more use, but pretty good money. And I'm going to keep the air lance. Guard ring. And that's good enough. 3 elixirs. Pretty solid. And that's all we need to do in order to hopefully finish off this game mode here with the dancer for purchasing and preparation item-wise. I'm going to go ahead and just walk back now. Also, let's see. Calculation. For how much agility do we have and how much strength do we have? I need to look that up real quick. Because those values are now both equally important in order to deal damage with the chicken knife. So we have 38 strength and 40 agility. So 38 and 40. And we are currently level... Oh, I put it into the wrong thing. There we go. Alright, here we go. 38 and 40, we are level 57. One more level actually just gives me another attack multiplier with the chicken knife, which is relevant from the back row. So I will at least get one more level to 58. And then see whether the HP is maybe sufficient to try and defeat him, or whether I should get one more level to survive one flare. more reliably anyways. If I can survive Flare without having to worry about it, I'm just gonna go for that instead. Because the next time I get any form of damage bonus is at level 61. And I don't plan on grinding up to 61. Although, maybe. Maybe eventually, but I think this should be fine. Hey PK Scratch, welcome. How are you doing? Hehe, put that area in the food box. So yeah, 58 is HP check. If we have enough HP, we just go on. If it's not enough HP, well... Does anybody remember how much damage I took from the flares, by the way? Latlin, hey, thank you for the host. That's pretty late for you, isn't it? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome everybody. I hope you're doing well. And also, Keep Paladin, thank you for the host. 2.9 thousand. Yeah, one level is not going to do that. But hey, welcome guys. I hope you're doing well. Yes, it's 2 AM, nice. And anybody watching right now, if you enjoy a good stream to lurk in, I can recommend you check out Latlin as well. And lost track of time with Time Spinner. Well, how fitting, because that is kind of what the game is about. Yeah, welcome everybody, hope you're doing well, and I hope you had a good time over there with Time Spinner. I like that game, it's pretty awesome. Just lurking a bit, relaxing, enjoy. So I hope to get the 3 mushrooms, then we use 2 magic lamp charges on them to kill them. It spun the time away. Yep, that sounds about right. Hey, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Magic lamp twice is going to kill this encounter, and then I want to save that 3rd magic lamp charge for Neox death battle. And thank you for the good luck, I can never use that. Actually, more experienced than the later portions here. Oh well. I don't have as good of a method of killing most encounters. The ones in the air portion are rather easy to take out, so I want to stick to that. Plus we need to get past Omega anyways. Although there is a save point in before. Might as well go for this one here specifically. They are worth quite a lot. Yeah, I can imagine that might be rather difficult to type on phones. I don't remember how much HP those things have. They can counter with something as well, which is rather ugly. So the quick way to get past here is to just drop down here. But I'm still gonna go back in order to save before I try to get past Omega. Because getting past Omega, as we have experienced now a number of times, that guy is not nice. Have something to force sword dance or just getting really lucky? We have something to force sword dance now actually, Profness. At this point we have a item called the Rainbow Suit. The Rainbow Suit removes Tempting Tango from the dances and replaces it with another sword dance. So yes, we can do that. Omega difficult. So, here's where we're going to level at least for one level. And I might just make it one, because we do survive a holy if I just go for that. But one level is definitely worthwhile here. Draw? You guys make a draw, that's impressive. Bump. Breathing is my least favorite move because that deals the most damage. I think anyways. But hey, we have plenty of high potions, so it shouldn't be an issue in any capacity. I would guess it's about 10 more encounters-ish, maybe slightly more, in order to level up. So that is kind of reasonable. At least I can just hold down the button and wait until we win, rather than having to menu all the time like we did have to do earlier. Good night, Rabbit. Sleep well. Okay, how much more do we need? Just checking. 34,000, so that is actually about 10 encounters from now. And then I really hope... we don't get insta-killed again on the way back. That would be nice of you guys to not kill me for that matter. So this kind... I believe those Avis dragons only use Breathwing if they are alone. And that's one. I also need to go ahead and grab something more to drink for myself real quick. I'm gonna go prepare now, and then for the next encounter after this one, just hold down the A button real quick with something random, and then we run. Something have a one. Oh, those things can drop pinwheels? That's kind of broken. Oops. Yeah, that thing doesn't work for it. Well, just put my laptop onto the A button. Interesting, so the rare drop is a pinwheel. That is incredibly strong. Be right back. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. So, I'm back here. Hello, how are you guys doing? Snow shoveling. Yeah. Good luck with the snow shoveling to you, Dingsbums. Hope it's not going to be too bad. Oh my goodness. He's back at full health. That's kind of silly. I lost track. Okay, about 5 more battles and we are going to be at the next level. Hey Fuzoya, well, more or less. We've already been at X-Death, and it turns out that just one more level might make it possible to survive a flare, so I went to get one more level. And also, I already went back outside twice. Once is because I forgot the lamp initially, and the second time is to recharge the lamp after using against necrophobia, which wasn't even all that necessary as it turns out. Back attack, that's not nice. Ouch. Now I prefer if you use your wind attack thing. That does less damage. Well, not anymore now, please. Oh my goodness, I need to run. Those guys were messing me up real good. Or bad, depends on how you look at it, I guess. But yeah, welcome Fuzoya, I hope you're doing well. First I get my HP back, and then I'm going to just mystify you with a waltz, and well, you know what, I think then I guess that's not enough. Hello? Could you go and use the sword then sometime? Thank you, appreciate that. That was a quick encounter. Of course I didn't keep track again, so it's like 3 encounters until I level up, something like that. Well, I might be actually 3 after this guy, because this is not a whole lot of experience if it's just one enemy. Oh, no, that was actually my level. Alright, let's go. Let's go and hope that I don't run into that double Deathclaw Dancer encounter and one of the Deathclaws is going to actually Deathclaw me before I can run away. I would appreciate that. Nice. Down here there's no encounters, so we're safe. Level 58. Just about maybe enough HP to survive a flare if I have full HP. Also, I deal slightly more damage now from the back row of a dance, so that's nice too. Actually, I don't know how slight the damage increase is. Thinking about it, it's probably a few hundred. Like 400 or so damage. Halved, so it's more like 200. You're actually surprised that your cat hissed at you yesterday, rather uncharacteristic. Oh. Have you been to a vet with it recently? What do you think this or the Final Fantasy VI FCC? What is an FCC for Final Fantasy VI? Four character challenge? Honestly, I'm not too impressed with the 4 character challenge. Like, I feel like Final Fantasy VI isn't exactly built for that kind of challenge specifically. Since you have very little things you can do in comparison. For that matter, I prefer Final Fantasy V for this type of challenge a lot more. So I kind of hope that I get a rather quick XDev kill, because I don't have that much time anymore, unfortunately. Where's my splits? I have a death count for each individual boss, if you're curious about that. But, well, the splits would be hidden because you only see the timer. The splits are, by the way, from Seeker of Mana, so it doesn't have any relevance. It's mainly just so I have a timer and see how long this takes approximately. It's not even just that there's large swaths of the game where you can't exercise the challenge for Final Fantasy VI. There's also a large portion of it is that the individual characters, they don't have that much going for them. Like, they are a lot more generic in Final Fantasy VI than they are in Final Fantasy V for that matter. Sure, they have their edges and strengths and specialties, but those are rather minor compared to individual jobs of Final Fantasy V, I dare to say. By the way, we have to watch the entire cutscene here again, because we went outside the void and then back inside. Just for reference. Flirt with XDev. XDev is heavy, so Flirt is not going to work against him. And bosses that are, or enemies that are flagged with a heavy flag, you cannot flirt with. Maybe the car. If it's very uncharacteristic, it might be reasonable to go to a vet, because that could be a sign of her or your cat, one way or another, being in distress about something that isn't quite alright. I don't know much about cats though, so don't actually take anything I say for granted. That's kind of the first thing that jumped to mind. Wee, wee, wee. Doo, doo. Doo, doo. Doo, doo. Doo, doo. Round, round, round we go. Oh, did I say? I guess I said that out loud, didn't I, RMless? It doesn't make much sense for most people here. I wanted to press the A button in order to start dashing down. That does not work in this game unless you have a thief in your party. And then you press the B button. Oh well. Alrighty, so we are in the back row, we have everything equipped that we need. We're actually 6 HP off the maximum. I'm gonna heal that up all the way. And now the plan is to defeat X-Death. So once again we need probably about 7 sword dances in order to defeat the first form. After 3 sword dances, he will start using Flare or Holy, which means before I do my third attack, I want to heal up to full. Or just move right after him actually, in order to get a turn in before he gets another turn himself. So that's 1 sword dance. 2 sword... not a sword dance. We are at 8000 damage almost exactly. Come on, sword dances please. 2 sword dances. Alrighty, and now I'm just gonna wait and see what he's gonna do. I want to move right after he moves, because if I get a sword dance in now, I would want to heal up. So I'm gonna do the same thing again here, because I will be able to heal before he moves next. So, sword dance. I will have to heal pretty much no matter what anyways. I guess I could risk it. I don't know whether he does anything particularly dangerous in phase 1. Come on. Sword dance. Alright, he is now in phase 2, which means I need to heal up before he gets to throw a flare or a holy at me. Flare I will likely not survive. Oh, he actually attacked physically. That is the best case scenario, because that deals the least damage. So next he has an attack, or white hole. He did an attack. White hole would be basically free turn for us. Next is attack, white hole, or doing nothing. 4 sword dances so far. Okay, he decided to do nothing. And now he can use Condemn, White Hole, or Fight. If he uses Condemn, we are dead. There's nothing he can do about that. He didn't. Alrighty. Now, I need to heal up to full again, because next turn he can use Flare or Holy again. And so that is our ticket to surviving that. Preferably, I would be able to push him to the next phase before that. But hey, what are you gonna do? So I didn't keep count of the sword dances, but I think it's like 1 or 2 more until he would... Oh, it would be 1 more. But unfortunately, once he is below 10,000 HP, he can use Meteor. It's a 1 in 3 chance to use Meteor. And we are just instantly dead. Usually anyways. I think there's a very slim chance to survive Meteor, but unlikely. So, Defcon +1. I somehow lost X-Death here. X-Death. Come back here. Oh. Here, XF final. There we go. Found it again. Alright, kind of want to keep track of what he can do, possibly. So how many sword dances is until he is up below 10,000? I deal just under 8,000 damage with each sword dance. So... 6... So it is 7 sword dances total. Whitehall, my favorite. Number 2. Alrighty, now I need to wait until he moves. Actually no, I can immediately go because I'm at full HP. Oh, he decided to do nothing. How nice of him. Hey Wells, welcome, how are you doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon too. So I would really like to have... Okay, Whitehall is fine too. Oh, we got really lucky. That's the 3rd sword dance. We are now in phase 2. We need 4 more sword dances in order to win. Unfortunately, Flare, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna survive. There might be a slim chance, but I don't think... Ooh, he survived. Right, 1 level was enough. I was already going over to the death counter and wanted to increase it by 1. Right. 3 more sword dances. Whitehall is perfect, that is kind of a free turn. Whitehall would be petrification and instant death, but we are immune against either of... If you're immune against either of those, Whitehall will never hit. So that is the perfect case scenario. Unfortunately, we once again didn't get lucky enough to avoid the media. So 1 in 3 chance for him to not use media. Although he might have already been in this phase since quite a while, and I didn't notice it. Did I increase the death counter? Did I accidentally hit numlock? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. F. I see. You're waiting on food right now because he decided to get something fast and it appears apparently not fast. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, the main reason why I don't have much more time in order to win this today, unfortunately, is because I'm going out for once. It's not something I usually do. Okay, that's 1, 2. So, now I need to wait until he takes an action. Then we dance, and then if we win, I want to heal up to full. Alright, another sword dance. Alrighty, I hope you have a safe trip home, Wells. Okay, now we need to heal up before he gets to his Holy or Flare. He could also just attack, which would be the least damaging, so that's kind of desirable. Holy is fine, we survive it. Actually, barely. Wow, that was a pretty high roll. Good night, Leflin. Thank you for dropping by, and, well, I hope you rest well. Take care, and thank you for dropping by. I might repeat myself, but I really mean it. Number 5. We need 2 more sword dances to push him to the final thing. I think he's in the final phase now. Oh, there we go. Alright. We are finally in phase 2 of the final boss fight. Okay. So. This is really loud. Neo X Death consists of 4 portions. The far left portion has 60,000 health, but is susceptible to instant death. Normally that's really difficult to come by, except that the third charge of the magic lamp will summon Odin and instantly kill it, guaranteed 100% of the time. The top right portion only has 50,000 health and uses a ton of physical and strong physical attacks, so we want to get rid of it next, with sword dances hopefully. And then the remaining two portions are Almagest. Almagest essentially just takes a while until it unleashes 1600 damage on us. Not the worst, but it is a lot of damage. And if it combines with a vacuum wave or something like that from the physical form or portion, then we might just instantly die to that combo. Then last but not least is the Grand Cross part, which is kind of that weird little unicorn head in the top center. And that will essentially cast Grand Cross, which is randomly 1 out of 22 different status effects, 2 of which are lethal to us. Actually, it's 3. So we hope that we get lucky against Grand Cross. And we need a few sword dances in order to not get crushed by this thing. It's 1 sword dance, 5, 6, 7 sword dances will be enough. I need to heal up here because Almagest is about to count down. Because when he is shaking like that, that means Almagest is coming in, which inflicts an HP leak status aside from doing this much damage. It's also holy damage, so don't use a bone mail. Or if you use a bone mail, I hope you have some other way of surviving. So, alrighty. First one survived. Sword dance number 2. We need 7 sword dances to remove the physical form. Grand Cross, once again, huge dice roll. Most of the time it's not going to do anything. Sometimes it might instantly kill us. We are fine, it looks like. Ouch. Shaking in anticipation to raise the death counter? Not necessarily. Shaking is in anticipation of him using Almagest, so I want to be healthy here. Oh my goodness. We will survive an Almagest most likely. But it's kind of risky if I don't just heal, because he just could do another physical attack on top of it. I should actually switch to the Guardian Dagger. But yeah, the shaking in this case was to just kill me instead. Rude. Why not Elixir? Because I kind of expect this fight to go on for a lot longer. But at the same time, I should just use Elixirs, you're right. Alrighty, same deal as before. 1 sword dance. It's not a sword dance. Come on. No, wrong one. The other sword dance, please. 2 sword dances. Two sword dances, there we go. Now we wait until he moves, then we try to see whether we get a sword dance or not. If I get a sword dance, I need to heal immediately afterwards, before he kills me. Alrighty, looks like we need to heal immediately. To full, because I would not survive a holy. And then we need 4 more sword dances to move to the next phase. Alrighty, he actually physically attacked. Perfect. Least damage he can do. 3 left. 2 left. And I'm just gonna go for it. One left, and he's in the final phase. We win. Well, not really win, but we get into the second phase again. With very low health, a vacuum wave would pretty much kill me right here. So it might be good if I were to use the Guardian Dagger while using the lamp, so I have a chance to block the physical attack that may or may not come. Alrighty, wish me luck, because that's what I need. Alright, I hope he doesn't attack me physically, but at least not with a vacuum wave. Chances are pretty good he won't, but he might. And he might just instantly kill me if that happens. I give it a good luck. True Edge gets rid of the part on the far left side. Now we only have to deal with 3 parts. Alright, we get to heal up. Always switch to the Guardian Dagger when I heal. That is much more reasonable than anything else. And I'm actually very tempted to just wait. But nah, we just go. 1 sword dance. Maybe I should have waited. Now I'm gonna wait. Until he uses Almagest. Because I immediately want to heal. Because he could have immediately used another physical attack while I was dancing and not get another turn in. Which would have been rather bad for us. So, no, that's the wrong one. Not need the Thieves' Knife. That's 2 sword dances. We need 6 sword dances and a little bit more. Alrighty, Grand Cross. 3 out of like 22 or so chance to kill me. Nothing seemed to happen, that's good. 4 sword dances. Flirt with him. Flirt doesn't do anything against him, he is considered heavy, so even if I could, that wouldn't do anything, unfortunately. 5. I'm just gonna wait until he does anything, really. Actually, no, I'm gonna do this, and there's a high potion for now. He actually probably just decided to do nothing. If I'm top... Oh. I guess I didn't go in time there. If I'm topped off, I actually survive an vacuum wave on top of an Almagest. So I figured might as well just use the high potion there. But back to the chicken knife for dancing for the more damage. Alright, I think that's number 5, so 1 more sword dance and then just a regular attack should kill the physical part. Then I don't have to worry about that thing anymore. Alright. Physical part done. We have to not worry about physical attacks anymore until sometimes randomly other parts attack physically. I don't really know how that works. We go in the front row for max damage here. So. And now I actually need to start keeping track of the enemy's HP in order to have a good idea of how much they have left. They have both 55,000 HP total, And it is the best choice for me to keep exact track of them, because we want to kill both of those last parts in the same turn. Otherwise, if there's only one part left, that last part goes into a frenzy and will essentially insta-kill me, potentially, because it can use Meteor. Or just 5 Almagests in a row. Oh, I targeted the wrong guy. 279. Grand Cross is just kind of, well, can still kill me. If that happens, we will dance tomorrow. Oh. Oh no. The death timer. We don't have time to count now. Because once that reaches 0, I'm dead. That's unfortunately one of the instant death moves. I needed like all sword dances in a row now in order to win. But that's one of the 3 possible status effects that straight up kills me. There's no remedy to this death timer, no. I'm just gonna hold down the A button because that's the quickest way for me to avoid this death timer. And I'm going to do 1 physical attack here, just to make it be an even number. So in theory I might be able to kill the Almagas portion in time. But not really. Alrighty. Unfortunately, that's one of the Grand Cross outcomes that just kills us. If we are close enough to killing them, I can just rush to get it. But not in this case. That we were only just getting started at this setup here. Nope, Bone Melt does not nullify countdown status. If you use the Relic accessory in Final Fantasy VI, that does actually nullify the countdown. But in this game there's no counter to this. It will always kill you. And even if we could use Bone Mail, I would not survive anything because I couldn't heal. So it would not be an option really. Alrighty, and as mentioned before, unfortunately I don't have quite enough time to finish this off. I have an unexpected appointment. Well, a pleasant one, let's put it that way. But I will have to postpone this until tomorrow. So thank you very much for watching, for listening and for lurking, and we will get this guy very soon now that we're all set up. Take care, thank you very much.